Jesus says, if you're looking for freedom in the body, you're looking in the wrong place. Like, the freedom that is spoken of in the Course has absolutely nothing to do with this world at all. Nothing. The Master Teacher used to say, you're not that composition of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen in a nitrogen cloud. And I was looking at the idea of chemical bonds. And also the other word, bondage. You know, being bound to a body in time and space. How the similarity of those two, I don't know if it's the same word in Portuguese. You know the line, when you're in chemistry, the line you draw between carbon and hydrogen, C line H, what's that line in between? That electrostatic bond that you hold the elements together. Like, I'm really beginning to see that physicality really is a temporary phenomenon. It's not really there. It's like we're imposing the idea of physicality in every moment. It's like we're retaining through contraction, through bondage, chemical bondage, the solidity. But it takes a lot of energy to retain that solidity. Like the natural, there's a specific word in chemistry, and I'm trying to remember it. I can't think of it, but the natural tendency is for it to want to break down. Yes. This is similar to the Buddhist idea of impermanence. Yes. Everything within this realm is in a state of impermanence. We're in human bondage. We're in the artificiality of being bound within an apparent physical, solid structure. And really that is the lie. We're literally holding it all together in every moment. Time is a lie. Every moment you're deciding which world to be in. Yes, it's impossible to see two worlds. You're either in contraction, where you're holding yourself, gripping on, retaining chemical bondage of the formulation, or you're the space between molecules. Yes. And when you're the space between molecules, you're already free. Do you see? And you're choosing that in each moment. And there's no longevity in time, so it's a moment by moment choice of where you choose to place your attention. So everything is naturally in free fall if you let it be, you see. Like I really feel at the stage that we're at is that we are on what's called the event horizon of the black hole. That circumference around the black hole where you're just about to fall through it. Yes, I feel like we're circling there at the moment. I was looking at the biblical idea of God so loved the world that he sent his beloved Son. And I was really looking at that in terms of my scientific mind. You know, the Holy Spirit that's been sent into this realm is a morphogenic field that's trying to penetrate the contraction, push through and collect you as part of its morphogenic field and reclaim its own, yes, within itself. And that force, that force field can really only enter in to the extent that you allow it in. In other words, your willingness is paramount. You have to be in that disposition where you're in surrender. You're not gripping on for dear life to the physical vehicle. Yes. So when we're in the intensity of session, you know, the ideal disposition is just to really allow yourself as much as possible is just to fall inside yourself. Deeper into the ocean of bliss. You're being pulled ever closer to the source of all being. And even your physicality, which is only a temporary contraction, is still light. When you look down a microscope, it's just, you know, you keep increasing the magnification of an apparent solid, and you keep going deeper and deeper in magnification, and to everyone's great surprise, there's just space. Yeah, there's not even science has recognized that. It's like 98% space between all the atoms. Yet we're identified with that minute percent of particleization. Everything's becoming wavy if you let it. You just be very gentle. There's a wave beneath this physical vehicle that's drawing you in. Yes. Until we're all resonating with that same field, morphogenic field, that wave. We're all wholly become identified with that and not the physical form. And then there's a moment where God takes his last step. Yes. Jesus calls it the great reversal. Yes. You suddenly flip from one state to another. You get pulled right through into the singularity of the black hole, and you're forevermore identified as Spirit, as Holy Spirit. And then you return to matter. You return back into matter as Holy Spirit. And that's what a master is. Like Josh talks about it in his book, it's like you descend back into the formulation, not this time not as a physical vehicle, but as Spirit itself. And you are that penetrating agency. You've come to collect those that are still holding themselves within the chemical bondage of form. You as Spirit is always inviting the ones around you to fall through you, to use you as that medium, that bridge of return.